Aloha, it's Kimberly with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing your monthly reading for our Sages for the month of November 2017. So I'm excited because I have some new things that are coming out, so I'm doing all kinds of different things this month, but I always love doing these videos for you guys because I know that it really does bring value for you, and that's what my aim is, to be of service, right? So we have your theme of your month that we're going to be talking about. We'll be getting a little bit more guidance from the angels, and then we're going to be focusing on romance this month. So we'll be getting some information from the romance angels this month. So let's go ahead and get started. We've got the Nine of Air coming in. The air cards are all about the head and the intellect. And this particular Nine of Air, although 9 in Feng Shui is very positive, it's a very auspicious and lucky number. In this particular card is about kind of that stinking thinking is one of my friends' terms, that stinking thinking where you're expecting the worst and your thoughts are kind of going in that downward spiral type of thing, right? Where you're just like, oh, you have a negative thought that leads to another negative thought that leads to something else, and you're just like going down the toilet kind of thing. And so it can be a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? If you expect the worst, that's what happens. But if you expect the best, so it's kind of like, let's turn Murphy's Law on its head. Instead of saying, whatever can go wrong will go wrong, how about whatever can go right will go right? Let's flip that on its head. Because this can cause you, can just cause difficulty sleeping and that type of thing. So what they really want you to do is reach for the most positive thought that you can get, and that will then add more positive thoughts to that. So find the gift in whatever's happening for you. Find the light in it. Okay, let's see what else we have going here for you. So we've got the Ace of Water. This is so funny. So those of you that are cuspers, that are like a Scorpio Sag cusp, are going to recognize this card because it came up in the Scorpio reading as well. This is the Ace of Water, and the water cards are all about the depth of emotion, and this is about falling in love. So it's a beautiful energy for the month of November for falling in love. And if you're already in a partnership, this can mean just like a resurgence of the relationship, right? A boost of the relationship, some new, fresh, light energy that's coming into the relationship for you. It's also, this card is also about spiritual growth, emotional growth. So it's, when you think about water, going within, that's what this is about as well, is going within, and that spiritual growth and that emotional growth that's happening as well for you. So, and of course there can be some growing pains with that. Of course that can happen. We've got to process some things, we need to work through some things, but it's good. Let's look at the face value of this as good. The other thing that might be potentially happening for some of you is a new home this month. So this is, sometimes when this card is, it's like a virtual home. So it might be a new home for your career, a new home for your finances, like if you're moving some money around, or it might be, obviously a new home for your heart, for sure, can be a possibility. Or it can also be a new home for something else. So maybe you've been trying to sort out and figure out oh, where am I, and just as a business example, oh, where am I meant to host my website, right? So maybe you're finding a new home for your website, that type of thing. So there can be a lot of different meanings that come up around that. And then we've got the Page of Earth coming in for you. And the Earth cards are all about how you make your money and what you need to do to be here on Earth. And this Page of Earth card is about good news for finances. Yay, right? We love that. We love good news for finances. But the other piece of this is about you wanting more fulfillment. You're wanting to do something that's more challenging, something that just you feel like you have a greater sense of purpose. So if you've been watching my daily videos, I know on Thursday of last week, the daily video was about career change. So this might be a good time for you to consider that, if that's something that speaks to you. for sure it's about a new area of study. So for sure it is about learning something new, which will bring fulfillment. Whether you do that as a career, part of a career, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's just about like you're wanting something more, you're wanting something deeper. Okay. And then we have Archangel Ariel coming in with the Strength card, which is interesting too because the deep dive reading for the Scorpios also talked about strength and also talked about tapping into that deep inner strength that you have. And this is really, for you, it's like, let's remember our beautiful, amazing qualities, okay? Let's let go of any judgments we have about ourselves and let's focus on the good stuff, right? And that's not to say that you don't work on, you know, pieces of you that maybe feel like they could be improved, but let's really focus on letting go of the judgments and being positive, okay? So the emphasis in this particular card is about forgiveness and about compassion. So I'm feeling like it's really much related to you, forgiving and having compassion for yourself, but it can also relate to others as well. Okay, let's see what we have for your romance this month. Okay, so we've got, you have the falling in love. So those of you that are not in a relationship, you're like, falling in love, I haven't even met anyone yet. Well, here we've got the new love card, right? So we got the new love coming in, and this is really about a new person has stirred some romantic feelings, right? So this new person has there's a little spark there, right? Like you're interested in them and there's some interest, they've stirred some feelings within you. So like, let's juice that up. Like, let's really feel that and enjoy that. And regardless of like letting go of the outcome of where that goes, but let's just enjoy that particular swirl, right? Let's do that. And then we do have the engagement card coming in, which is about, for some of you, a deepening of a relationship. So for some of you, you are going to move to the next level of commitment in the relationship, and it just means like a stronger bond is being developed. And of course, some of you may actually get engaged, right? And November, I think, is kind of a popular time for that. Thanksgiving time, I don't know. I feel like people get engaged then and get married the following year. I don't know. But so that's a possibility as well. And this partner, this beloved, this one that you are meant to connect with and be with in this lifetime, you have known each other before. So we have this, the past life relationship. I'll show you that. Past life relationship coming in. So you have known each other before. And that's why oftentimes when you meet someone, you already feel energy between the two of you. Like you feel that flowing of energy between the two of you. And so it's like, oh yeah, I know this person. Like even though you've just met them, or even like I had a friend-iversary on Facebook, one of my friends, and we've only known each other for 3 years, and I can't even believe that because like I feel like I've known her forever. Like we just, I don't know, and even thinking about like it only having been 3 years since I've known her, that seems bizarre to me because I just feel like we know each other so much better than that, right? So just be in the swirl of that and know that like when you meet somebody and you feel that connection, and this even happened to me at dance the one night. I was doing, you know, we have some little, we don't actually touch each other at all when we're dancing, but we have some times where we're like dancing around, you know, with one other person, right? And we had instructions to like look in this other person's eyes, and I just felt a really strong, deep connection with this other woman, and I was like, oh wow, like I really feel like at a soul level, like we know each other. And what came in for me, which is so interesting to me too, because since I've been on Maui, just the veil is a lot thinner here, so the readings that are coming through are just a lot stronger, and I'm getting more information. And so what popped in for me with this woman is that we were sisters in a past life, which is really kind of a cool, interesting thing. I haven't had any opportunity to really swirl with her anymore, but it's It's pretty fascinating when that type of thing happens. So that's what I've got for you for the reading for this month. I have two things that I want to share with you though. One is because you'll see the next video will be the quick Feng Shui tips, and it's related to doors, really good stuff this month. So watch for that in a moment, but I wanted to let you know I'm having a Halloween sale, and the sale is only going to be good through November 7th. So the people that are watching this video after November 7th, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to take advantage of this. But the sale through November 7th is 31% off any one of my private readings. And you just need the coupon code, and the coupon code is going to be Halloween. So, and that information will be below along with the scheduling link for that. If it's after November 7th and you missed the sale, if you haven't had a reading with me, you can always use the 20% off code, which is Angel20, to save 20% on your first reading with me. So that's also an opportunity. And then the other thing that I'm doing is I'm doing a sale on Feng Shui. And there's a link for the information on Feng Shui consultations. If that's something that you're interested in, there will be a link to that below. So for now, relax and enjoy the next video on Feng Shui for doors. Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing your quick Feng Shui tip for November 2017. So today's tip is about doors, and issues with doors can cause a number of things to be happening in your life. So you may find doors can cause arguing, they can cause complaining, whining, confusion, all kinds of different things that the doors in your home actually can affect or have an impact on in your life. So today I'm going to give you essentially two quick Feng Shui tips related to doors. Here is your homework assignment or your task for today. That is to go around your entire home and check all of the doors. And that would mean doors to the outside, doors to bedrooms or other rooms, closet doors. Any type of door that you have in your home, go around and check all of these. And you're going to be checking for two things. Number one, can they open fully? And this is really, really important, especially around the front door, because that's where your opportunities come in. But other doors in the home as well, because doors represent the voice of adults in the home. And when we have doors that aren't able to fully open, we may find that our voice as an adult is not being able to be heard, right? So it's not opening fully. So we want to make sure that all of the doors in your home can open fully. That means you're not storing junk behind them. They are able to fully open, and that will allow your voice to be heard, and also as it relates to the front door, for more opportunities to enter and to find you. The second thing that I want you to check when you are going around checking all of your doors is to see whether they are making any noise. Are your doors squeaking? Are they essentially complaining or whining? That can be symbolic of complaining or whining by the adults in your home. So we want to make sure that all of our doors can move freely without making any noise, right? We want them to be. So a little WD-40 can go a long ways to quieting the complaining chatter in your home if that's something that you're experiencing. So those are my two quick Feng Shui tips for doors this month. Make sure to check out the next video if you're interested in doing more work with me. If you're fascinated by Feng Shui and want to learn more, check out the next video that will have a little bit more for you.